Hello everyone, welcome to Weaver Academy Red Team series. I'm super excited to meet you all with another interesting series. In my previous chapter, we have seen how to install Caldera tool and how to use it. If you have not watched it, I would recommend watching it. In this chapter, I'm going to teach how to test your detection system using Atomic Red Team tool. I'll be covering how to install on your local Windows machine, how to use Atomic Red Teaming tool, and how to run a test. For your convenience, I have provided timestamp. Feel free to utilize it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So red team, atomic red team is a very important tool. Basically, this is actually help you. This tool will help to detect, simulate the real-time attacks based on the MITRE framework, and also we can so that we can understand whether the directions and how the log has been integrated with our sim tool, whether it is capable of to capturing all the events or not, so that we can test it on it. See, as I said earlier, the this tool is actually designed based on the MITRE attack, MITRE framework basically. So MITRE framework is nothing but it is basically tactics and techniques. So there are like how the it's a kind of a blueprint based on the cyber attack happening on the real-time environments, how the hacker get into reconnaissance and till after that when he deploy the payload, once that lateral movement, how it clear the logs, all the based on that from in and out, technique and tactics will be there. So based on this, the tool is designed it over there. So it is a quite interesting tool, which is really helpful us in detecting whether detections, whatever we have control. It is good to test our detection systems on it. So to start with it, it's very simple. You have to go to GitHub of this Atomic Red Team page. As I said earlier, it is a open source and it is a freeware, and I'm going to test it on Windows machine. Basically, the reason is there are a lot of PowerShell script will be there. So just ensure, the one thing I would recommend it, just two things. First of all, wherever you are testing on it, just ensure you disable the antivirus programs, like it can be a Defender or any other anti-malware antivirus program, just disable it. The reason is when you download this Atomic Red, it will automatically detect as a malicious script and it will be prompting on it. So to avoid such a thing, so just ensure you are disabling the antivirus on the Windows machine. Then second recommendation is I would not recommend to use this Atomic tool on any production environment. The reason is if you are using this in a production environment, because it is all, as I said earlier, it is all real-time PowerShell scripts, right? So there is a chances this is a loophole will open for the attacks purpose. So I would recommend it to test in the UAT environment or testing environment, or maybe you can take a backup of your production environment if you really want to test it on it, how it is goes and how your hardening is actually working on it. Maybe you can take your production's images and host it in a UA lab environment and you can test it over there. But I will not recommend it to run this tool directly in the production environment. It's not at all good practice, so I would not suggest to do it over there. So now what I have to do is you have to go to this code and download this folder. I have already downloaded this zip file completely. So if you go to this Atomic this page, you can see all this modules are there. So it's a number T31103, T1005. The reason is, if you see that all the adversaries are techniques are coded with the numbers T115. See, if the credential access, it is coded with this. In discovery, have every module, every techniques have the different number sequences there. So that is what it is representing here. So now what we have to do is let's go back to the actual place. So I have downloaded now. So now what you have to do download is you have to download the one more thing is PowerShell one. So you have to go to this page and it will take you to evoke Atomic, so where it is all the PowerShell scripts are there. So let me download this. So I have downloaded. In case if your antivirus is on, it will detect and probably it will prompt you that this is a malicious file is downloading, or probably it will not allow you to download as well. So in my case, I have already disabled the defender. That is why it is. So let me open this folder. So I have successfully downloaded these two folders over there. So now what I need to do is I have to go to C folder. Here I have to create a folder in the C directory. The reason is from here we are going to, I'll tell you why we are doing this, but just ensure you are doing the same naming conversion, red team. Okay, and once you are good to go, just drag and drop those two files which you downloaded here. So let's copy and just paste it here. So now it's good to go. Now what I have to do is let me extract all the files. So I just extracted. So let's extracting of the master. I'm just extracting. Now I'll be extracting the evoke, the other folder as well. So let me extract it on the atomic red team C folder itself. So now it is completed. Everything is now good to go. So now what I'll do is I'll close the, okay, so now again I'll go to the PC. By mistakenly I have closed it. Yeah, so now if you see that the folders I have which I had downloaded, it is extraction is done. So just ensure there is no multiple folders. So when you extract it, it will create a multiple things over there. Just drag and drop it so that you can avoid anything uh, outside it, so you can avoid it over there. So now if you go here, single folder, yes, good to go. So now you have to rename this file. Just remove this master, just remove this master and leave it as it is, and go to atomic red team master. Here you will have this atomic folder, right? So you have, this is where all your modules are downloaded. So again I have to put it back to the atomic master directory, which is atomic red. So end of the day, if you see that three folder will be there. So atomic red team master, atomic and evoke atomic red team is there. So now it is good to go with. So now we will go and we will start installing it over there. To install it, let me go to the same page. Installation and usage instructions will be there. Just click that URL, it will go take you to the installation over there. So first one is installation. So I have to install this module first of all. When I try to run this PowerShell, when I try to install this atomic evoke red team thing, obviously it will prompt me to not, it will not allow. So I can show you. Just let me copy it and let me run a PowerShell. The reason is by default the any modules like if you see here, the PowerShell all devoke modules will be disabled, so it will not be run the script. So that is why we will be getting this issue. So to avoid this one, so we have to run this command to bypass it. So basically this will bypass. So let me copy this, and if you go back to this, it will prompt you to if I give S, it will not allow me to you can see that it will throw me the error messages. So if you see that this is an untrusted repository, that is what it's showing. So what I'll do is I'll click no. So basically this modules will be there, but let me clear it and let me bypass it. So basically by doing it, the validations will not be happen. So it's good to go with. Now after that, we'll copy this module and we will installing this module. Okay, so we have executed this one. Now what we have to do is we have to go and download this module. So let's click this import module, and just basically we have to copy this. So if you remember, that is why, see, if you see, we are pulling this module from atomic red team. Exactly, so that is why I said we have to create a folder with the same naming conversion, because if you're not doing properly, there is a chance when you run this command it won't execute or it will throw error message. Since we are already have the modules and everything, it's good to go. Now let's install it. So the module is actually installing. So it is asking whether to do it. I am just asking to run it once. And it's giving a security warning, but still I can ignore it, and I'm just going on it. Um, so let me give it default, throwing a error message. Okay, I think let me one more time run this bypass module and see if it that works. I think the module is installed. To verify, just type get modules. Okay, so if you see that the module is installed it successfully. Now what we can do is, now the module is actually successfully installed, we can test it. Let's start some testing by running some commands or something else. Probably we can see what is there. First of all, let's see what are the test possibles are there. So let me type evoke atomic test, and let me see what and all it's there, and show the details. In a brief manner. So basically I'm missing something. Okay, so it's not a two one, it is just single one. Yeah, so it will give you all the what and all the modules is there. It will list everything. If you see that all the modules whatever we are installed, and this one, so as you remember, based on the number category, right? So all these modules are installed here. That is what it's showing in the brief manner. So you can see that it's completely deriving all the list, like VB scripts and those things. It shows everything. The list goes on it. So if suppose specifically you want to test it something else, you can give the number of it. See, then you can do it on there. So what I'll do is let me run some specific testing on it, and we will run some testing and see if that able to capture it or not. So to do that, what I'm just going to do is let me run some executable mount. Let me try to mount something and malicious thing and see if that is able to execute or not. Okay, so let me clear everything, and let me make it bigger so that will be more visible. Okay, so again, same only, I'll keep it evoke test. Here I'm just going to give the number is T153.005. Okay, and let me first of all let me see what is this. If you want to know, show brief, show details, brief. Okay, so basically this is what it'll mount the ISO, and after that, after mounting the ISO, it will run the executable from the ISOs, so that we can see that if suppose some malicious files are running, then we can able to whether we can predict it or not. So here the test number is 2. So same one, It's this one. I'll go and remove hyphen test number. Okay, so the number is here is 2. So let me give it a 2. 3 is 2. So it's going to mount the image, and let's see if it is able to run it or not. So if you see that, it is a mounted a drive, and it is running that image file. So hello.exe it is actually running. So this is the file. So I able to execute it. So now what I'll do, let me see if I run and see if it is what is. It's basically just a simple exe that hello.exe is there. So what we'll do is let's go and see if it is able to detect. What I did is I just installed Elasticsearch uh, file bit. So if you see that, this is actually the file bit is running, and I ran it again, and if you see that executable is there. So if you go to the ELStack portal and I searched with process name hello.exe, if you see that it is actually running exe. It's able to get it over there. So this is how, see, if suppose your sim tool is unable to detect this thing, that means the maybe log is not forwarding properly or event is not capturing properly. So that means you have to tune your sim tool for detections, and from here probably you can create customs alerts, like if in case in such a things are coming on it. For example, see, from the PowerShell it is coming and just detecting over there. What I'll do is let me try to run some more testings, just instead of so basically this is a discovery module 1016, and let's see that's okay. These are the modules are, so basically it's a simple network discovery scan on Windows, list Windows files and those things. In case if I need it in detail, so let me remove the brief, and if you see that what is going to run on this each thing. So basically this will run us few commands, cmd.exes and those things. So there, okay. So now what I'll do is, yes, basically let me run this first one, because I just need to know whether usually the enumeration they will be collecting on command and control ejection. So just I'm going to check it on the command and control ejections are capturing or not. So I'm just running the test. This is the test file. I'm just running on it. Let me go and here let me change it. So 1016, and the test number is 1, and I'll remove this cleanup. Let me run it. So basically the system configurations actually running on it. Now I'll go back to the here to my this one, and let me see if it is anything captured on the cmd basis, cmd.exe. And if anything runs on cmd.exe, this will give me the informations. So let's go back to let me clear the timeline, and let me go to the logs again. Let me go to discover, and the logs are coming over there. Now I'll give index cmd.exe. Okay, nothing has came yet. Let me see what other things are done. It's coming my bad. I'm just going to, okay. So let's see if run the command. It is basically running the command, right? So if config and those things are running on it. Let me go back top. What that test is actually. Okay. So what I'll do is let me run the complete module and see what is actually getting over there. So let me run the entire module. and I'm just running on the 1253. So let me see what is actually, if we go to here. So there are certain instances actually came little now. Just let's see what is actually this information gives on it. If what is any command has ran it over there, like put it of rule. I'm just loading all the things. So if you see that it's nothing there, let me try to put an index and see if it is anything related to command.exe command and ejection is coming or not. Okay, so if you see that now certain things are captured in the command level. Let's see what is that. See, cmd.exe, or I'll do as instead of this one, I'll just put a process dot name cmd.exe. So if you see that, see, Windows 36 to con DDXE. So something is actually running on here. So if you go to the next one, other 153, see, NS lookup is basically its query type is NS query. So if you see the next one, query type again NS query. So let's go drill down little bit down and see its atomic red technique is running on this one in the command prompt. So you can basically using this one you can create a things on it. So thank you all for joining me today in this exciting session. I hope you found the content informative. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving like to this video and also share the feedback to comment below. Your feedback is essential for shaping the future of this channel. Ensure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on upcoming videos. Also, feel free to share this video with others who might find it interesting. If you have any questions or need further clarification about anything shown in this video, don't hesitate to reach out to me via Discord. Lastly, a big thank you to all my subscribers. Your encouragements keep me motivated to create more valuable content for you. Stay safe, stay curious. See you soon with the next chapter in Red Team series. Bye for now. Take care.